If you don't have a mood board when you are planning your wedding, it is like trying to pick out flowers in the dark. So I'm going to tell you about why this was such a game changer for this bride in just a moment. But first, let's jump into Canva and I'll show you what you need for your wedding mood board to create your game changer. So here we have an example of the wedding mood board that I put together with the bride who was designing her own wedding. And this is really simple and easy to do, but the impact that it has on your design is a game changer. So here at Spotted Hat Design, we do all things design, and I've created a very simple, easy format in Canva that is so simple. Anybody can do it. This bride that I worked with had no experience with design, and she was able to simply and easily transfer her ideas into the template. So let me show you what she's included. If you look at this mood board as a whole image, you will see a really easy reference tool that you have created. You've got simple, elegant eucalyptus foliage, which is really trending right now because it creates a canvas on which to showcase the rest of your wedding design. Things like florals and lights and the bride and groom themselves, any decor that you have will then be really easily lifted up against the backdrop of eucalyptus. Really great choice by the bride. We've also got images, inspirational images such as bridesmaids' outfits, cake inspiration, table decor, and some floral arrangements that we've got here. You will see that this is going to be a very simple reference tool for any bride to be able to make any kind of decision about her wedding going forward. If you need things like save the dates and wedding invitations, wedding stationery like menus or anything like that, how easy will it be to create this once you are looking at this as your inspiration? There is an overwhelming amount of images and inspiration when it comes to wedding planning. And it's really easy to get sucked down a rabbit hole and get completely lost in the thousands and thousands of images that are out there on Pinterest and Instagram when you are trying to make wedding decisions. Creating a mood board just like this one is going to make it very easy to plan your wedding, and it's going to take the guesswork out of decision making for you so that you can kick back and be a bride. We're going to jump into Canva now so that I can talk you through these 5 simple steps to create your very own wedding mood board. But first, I've got a free gift for you today. I'm going to let you download this template for free so that you can customize it for your wedding. You can get it in the link right below the like button. All right, so when it comes to creating your own wedding mood board, you are going to be using the free template that I've provided for you. So the process to customize your very own wedding mood board is very simple. I will give you the free template, and all you need to do is put your images in to suit your wedding and your style. So what we've done here is we have used eucalyptus as a base for our foliage. So these are graphic elements that are very easy to add using Canva's elements. You go over to elements, you type in what you are looking for. We simply typed in eucalyptus. And here you have a huge array of graphics and photographs that you are able to customize to your choice. So you simply put in what suits your florals. Okay, so step 1 is to add in any graphic elements that you need. This can include any of the photographs that we've got here already. This bride was very clear that she wanted green and gold as her color scheme. You will customize this to suit your colors. So a lot of the inspiration that you find will feed your color choices. For example, some of the place settings or florals that you've chosen. We've also included some of the dress detailing that she's chosen. If you are wanting a lace dress or a satin dress, you might want to put some of the fabric in there, and that can also come from either the elements, or perhaps you've taken a photograph at a dress fitting that you want to include so that you have a real life example of what you will be using. So step 1 is to put in your graphic elements, and step 2 is to add in your real life photographs. Perhaps you've seen something that you like that you took a photograph of at a wedding fair, or you've chosen your bridesmaid's dress. Make sure that you include that to help your inspiration. Once you have done step 1 and step 2, you will have all the graphic elements and colors that you need. Step 3 is now to fine-tune your colors. So I have created a color palette at the bottom here. Now, if you know what colors you are looking for your wedding mood board, you can easily go in and customize these colors using the color palette to adjust to the color that you want. Alternatively, you can use a very clever feature that Canva has where you go and recolor according to the colors that are already in your photographs, especially if you've used real life examples such as bridesmaids' dresses or florals of the correct color that you are wanting. You can use this very clever feature of Canva's to color your palette. All you need to do is to click on the element, click on the color, and then scroll down to photo colors. You will recognize that you've got photographs from your actual mood board that are listed in the photos, and you are now able to pull the colors out from these photographs. If you can't see a photograph, Canva will use the top 3, but if you click on See All, that will expand it to choose every single one of the photographs, and you can now pull colors from there that will translate it directly into the palette. This is a really great feature of Canvas and can be very useful when you are trying to hone a color palette. Once you have chosen those colors, you may need to fine-tune it slightly, but you will now have a very clear idea of the range of colors that you are going to be using. Step 4 is to choose the fonts that are going to be inspiring your design choices. So you might want to have a variation of, say, 2 very different kinds of fonts, one that is perhaps more of like a brush script, and then a very legible, easy print that's going to be used for the bulk of the text. Here again, these are completely customizable. You just can look through the huge variety that Canva has to offer. Perhaps you are wanting handwritten script, and that will give you a lovely selection over there. Try some different ones out and see what inspires you. Step 5 is to look at the entire mood board and wrap it up by adding in any final touches, tidying it up, and perhaps pulling out larger images as your most important features, perhaps swapping some images out, finding one that is slightly better or more accurate for your color choice or your design choice, and making sure that the larger images are the ones that are most inspirational to you. And you can see that it sits very nicely with the color palette as well at the bottom, which will feed all your design choices. So those are the 5 simple steps to create your wedding mood board. But let me tell you now why it was such a game changer for the bride that I was working with. When it came to making decisions for the wedding, I found that the bride was lacking some focus with trying to know where to go with each new element that needed to be planned for the wedding. Once we had created the wedding mood board, she was easily able to use this as a reference tool that she could keep coming back to, and this made her design decisions really simple. When it came to menu designs or seating plans or even what kind of lace she wanted for her dress, she was able to use this as a very quick reference tool, and she then had a clear vision of where she was going, what colors to use, and how she wanted it laid out. What this essentially does is it gives you a pool of inspiration to pull your ideas from. So when it comes to choosing anything, you're able to go back here and almost get back on track for where you are going. It also streamlines your decision making, so it takes the guesswork out of where you are going and your vision and creates a clear, simple tone for your wedding, which makes everything easy. Now that you know what the 5 simple steps are and you've seen how easy it is to create your own wedding mood board, make sure you click the link in the description below for your free gift of this free template to customize your own wedding. I'm Gigi from Spotted Hat Design, and in this wedding series, we're helping brides DIY their own wedding quickly, easily, and beautifully.